Shalom, Israel. It's going down. It's that time again. Come join us at the 49th annual Passover.
Shalom, this is Captain Rottazar of the I.S.U.P.K. down here in Atlanta, Georgia, inviting you to the I.S.U.P.K's 49th annual Passover. You understand? Passover this year will be held on March 30th at the Roosevelt Ballroom. It's the 2nd Hudson Street, Yonkers, New York. And we inviting all blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians to this year's Passover in the spirit of brotherhood. That's what the Passover is about. That's what the I.S.U.P.K is about. It's brotherhood. You understand? That, Shalom.
Come join us March 30th at sundown.
All Israel is invited
For the 49th annual Feast of the Passover, brought to you by Commandant General Yahanna and the I.S.U.P.K. So you better not miss it. Shalom.
Shalom, I.S.U.P.K, to all the brothers. Shalom, I.S.U.P.K, to all the sisters, man. This is the I.S.U.P.K out of 125th, Harlem, New York, under Commandant General Yahanna. You know, coming at you again with some truth, man. We got some heavy topics to go over today. You know, blacks, Hispanics, and natives. You know, we've been under attack. You know, this last week. You know, a lot of brainwashing has been going on in the airwaves. You know, gotten our brothers thinking that they, you know, now they superheroes now. Our sisters running around thinking they can be generals and armies and can usurp authority over brothers, and I just want to let y'all know that is fantasy. All right, we still in slavery, we still in hell. That movie did not change nobody's condition, man. That Black Panther movie got people out their mind right now. All right, but we're gonna get things back in order. Thus says the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Teach you about these scriptures. Get your households and keep your households in order, man, because our households is under attack with this virtual reality, this fantasy world. They got, you know, brothers not knowing who they are, got sisters thinking, you know, they can usurp authority over brothers, and brothers gonna be bowing down to them and all these kind of things, you know. That's not the way things should be going, man. And so we're gonna get into the scriptures and to bring this thing back home, you know what I'm saying, to fight against this brainwashing that's telling our sisters that they need to be the ones fighting the wars, that they need to be the ones usurping authority over the men. You know what I'm saying? That's not how things should be going. All right? And also our brothers, you know, we're going to get into later, that, you know, being on the fence, not knowing who you are not no African, you know what I mean? You are a Hebrew Israelite, all right? And we're going to get into these scriptures, man, to get rid of all that nonsense, all right? So let's grab 1 Corinthians 11:3.
Come on. 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 3. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ.
That the head of every man is Christ, first and foremost. All right? You got to be a man that fears the Lord. All right? That's the beginning of all wisdom, is the fear of the Most High. All right? Keep going.
And the head of every woman, or the head of the woman, is the man.
The head of the woman is the man. Okay? That's the order of things. You got the head of man is the Most High. The head of the woman is the man. All right? That's the natural order of the household. Everything, the scriptures say you should do everything in decency and in order. And this is the order that the Most High set up to have, you know, in your household. Keep going.
And the head of Christ is God.
And the head of Christ is the Most High. All right? So that's the order of things. You know what I mean? That movie got people thinking that the generals, the women can be over the man. You know, and that was a lot of what you call it? They call it the board daggers, the studs. You know, a lot of that dyke behavior that was going on, that pushing that spirit. You know, that's not how things should be going, man. But the woman should be under the man. The man should rule this household. All right? That's how that should go. And the reason that is, you know, we're gonna get the next one to grab Ecclesiasticus 42 and 9. All right, 42 and 9. You know what I'm saying? You know, the women know that this is the order of the household anyway. You know, they know that it's an order. You know, they let the white man pump their head up thinking, you know, just because you got a better job, that you are over the man in the household or something like that. But let a burglar come up in that house and the man roll over and say, hey, you know, you said you run the house, you got the most money, go check that out. I heard a noise downstairs, go check that out. That order gonna be established real quick. She gonna take quick, oh no, you the man, you go check the noise out. You risk your life for the family like you supposed to. So inside, they know that there's an order to this thing. But you know, a lot of times movies like the Black Panther and the white man putting the authority into the woman's hands would allow them to be brainwashed and to use that or use the white man's authority over you. All right? All right, read on, brother.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 42, verse 9. The father waketh for the daughter.
The father waketh for the daughter. This is why the man needs to be in that house. All right? Because this is how men operate around his household. The father waketh in the night. Keep going.
When no man knoweth.
When no man knoweth. All right? The father's checking, he up in the middle of the night, checking windows, checking doors, looking in bedrooms, making sure ain't none of them little brothers creeping through the windows on his daughter, you know, making sure his son ain't, you know, running drugs out the house or doing, you know, whatever. He's making sure that household is in order in the night when nobody knows. Keep reading.
And the care for her taketh away sleep.
And the care for her taketh away sleep. He up waking in the night making sure that his family is taken care of. Keep going.
When she is young, lest she pass away the flower of her age.
You know what I'm saying? Making sure that she don't be out here, you know, busting down, as we call it, you know, before her time. She waits until she's of age and gets her a husband that's not going to sleep with her and toss her to the side. All right? That's what this is about, man. That's the order that the father sets in his house. Because he knows what little boys is out here doing. You know, he knows what them brothers is out here trying to make his son do. You know, so he's going to make sure that his daughter don't pass away the flower of her age. Keep reading.
And being married, lest she should be hated.
All right. So, keep going.
In her virginity, lest she should be defiled and gotten with child in her father's house.
Right. The father, he ain't trying to hide it. You know what I'm saying? He supposed to give that little sister away. You know, that's why even in the worldly marriages, you know, the father walks and gives the daughter away. In the scriptures, it talks about you supposed to go to that father and ask for that daughter's hand in marriage. That's how things go. You ask the father for his daughter. If you are a righteous man, you know what I'm saying, or, you know, a gentleman. You know what I'm saying? If you're a real man, you will go to that man and ask him for his possession. That daughter belongs to him. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna just go up to somebody and take their thing, a brother's thing, without his permission.
Right.
All right. And that's what you're doing when you meet his daughter in the street and don't have the decency to go to that father and ask him, hey, you know, I'm saying your daughter's beautiful, she's amazing, and I want your blessings to take her hand in marriage and do it like the Hebrews do. All right, like the Israelites do. I mean. All right. Let's grab, you know, Proverbs. Proverbs 9 and 13. All right? So that's why the man is supposed to be in the house. Now when the man is not there, you know, and you got this foolish woman, you know what I'm saying, who then put the man out, talking about she don't need no man, you know what I'm saying, because she got Section 8, you know what I'm saying, her rent's $3, so she feel like that the only reason she needed a man is to provide some money or something simple like that. You know what I mean? She didn't put the man out, now there's no man to protect that household. And this is what the house turns into when you have a foolish woman who don't need no man. What they call her now, the independent, strong woman is what they try to call it, but it's foolish. All right. Let's get it.
Proverbs chapter 9, verse 13. A foolish woman is clamorous.
A foolish woman is what?
Is clamorous.
It's clamorous. She's loud, obnoxious, just running her mouth. Loud woman. That's what clamorous is, being loud. A foolish woman is loud. Okay, keep going.
She is simple.
And simple. You know what I mean? She's foolish, she's simple. It's simple to think that you don't need a man to raise a child, to make sure them children are safe. If you didn't need a man to raise those children, simpleton, you would have been able to create them by yourself. All right? But you wasn't able to create them children by yourself. You needed the man to do it. All right? Keep going.
And knoweth nothing.
And knoweth nothing. You have no idea. You have no idea what you needed. You know nothing. All right? need that man in that household to make sure that the family is together, that the boys, the young brother is doing what he's supposed to do, the young sisters is doing what they're supposed to do. It's necessary. Keep going.
Verse 14, for she sitteth at the door of her house.
That's why. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh God. On a seat in the high places of the city.
She's sitting on her porch. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of brothers didn't see them sisters, you know, with no man in the house. There's they got a lot of daughters running around the house. All the brothers in the hood is over at that house selling drugs at the house, sleeping with the mama, the daughters. You know what I mean? All kinds of things. Keep going.
To call passengers who go right on their ways.
Right.
Whoso is simple, let him turn hither.
You know what I'm saying? So she's sitting on the front porch, you know, brothers, you know, like I said, running in and out the house. Her daughter's out there, you know what I'm saying? Got the brothers all in the community coming in and out the house. All the passengers going by. You know what I'm saying? She ain't worried about what these brothers is doing to her daughters. All she worried about is the next ride she can take, the next couple dollars or drugs she can get from one of the brothers out there. You know what I'm saying? Got her son probably. Usually it's a young brother in the house. Got him getting into it with all his friends because all his homeboys is in there sleeping with his mom and his sisters. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous, man. But this is when the man is taken out of the house. Keep reading.
And as for him that wanted understanding,
you know what I'm saying? So for the simple one who's walking past, seeing these sisters in that house, you know what I'm saying, thinking it's sweet, keep going.
She said to him, stolen waters are sweet.
You know what I mean? He think it's sweet to come in there and sleep. She probably got used. A lot of times these sisters have men that they sleeping with, that they got arrangements with. You know what I'm saying? And this brother, you know, they don't care. They running around with these sisters, you know, thinking it's sweet. Keep going.
And bread eaten in secret is pleasant.
You know what I'm saying? Thinking he can get them buns in silence. You know what I'm saying? Like that man ain't gonna come through there and blow his brains out when he catch him with his woman. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, it's ridiculous, man. Keep reading.
But he knoweth not that the dead are there.
He knoweth not that the dead are there. He knoweth not that he risking his life. He knoweth not that this woman probably got all kind of matter of diseases. You know what I'm saying? Brothers is going in that household, you know, ruining their lives. Now they done went in that household. Oh man, it's a house full of women over there, the mama, the sister, the daughters, everybody in there getting down. Now you done ran in there and caught AIDS or anything else, and now you done took it back home to your woman. It's death in that house. Or you running in that house, you know what I'm saying, they selling drugs, they doing all kind of stuff. Now you done got caught up in a raid or something, now you in prison. Because, you know, it's all kind of manner of madness going on in that household because the man has been taken out. That foolish woman done kicked the man out the house, feel like she didn't need no man. All right? Keep going.
And that her guests are in the depths of hell.
You in hell now. You know what I'm saying? Now you know what I'm saying? You like I said, you probably ruined your family because you done brought your woman back so many diseases, and you know what I'm saying? And you probably done got locked up and went to prison messing around in that house. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? But it's hell. The worst things is happening to you because you done turned in there with this foolish woman. Keep going. All right? The man is the treasure. All right, the man is the treasure, and that's how you should look at him. He should be the treasure that you set up for yourself. All right? You know what I'm saying? You are not to be usurping authority over the man and none of those things. Let the man run the house, and things will be all right. Go ahead.
Genesis chapter 3, verse 16. Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband.
Your desire should be to your husband. That's where your treasure should be. That's what you should desire after, to your husband. All right? Because he is like fine gold. More precious than fine gold, actually. More precious is what the scripture said. Keep going.
And he shall rule over thee.
And he shall rule over the house. He should rule over you. He should make the decisions around there. All right? And that's what the scriptures say. So these movies that's coming out, this attack, because it was a hell of an attack, man, that was out there. You know what I'm saying? You got sisters talking about they trying to go to Wakanda to find themselves a man now. You got brothers tattooing Wakanda in their mouth. It's ridiculous, man. And it's all a joke. It's all fantasy. You know what I mean? We still in the hood and want in need of all things. Okay? So get together, man. Get your mind back on the things, on the straight path. You know what I'm saying? Don't be deceived by this devil that is the white man. All right? That's what the Bible calls him. The deceiver. He is deceiving you, man.
No man can enter into a strong man's house.
No man can enter into a strong man's house. So the women that want to be bust downs and sit on their doorsteps and have every little brother coming through the hood and sleeping around with this man being that independent woman, you know what I'm saying? The reason they want to do that, get that man out of there, because that man ain't finna allow you to be whores. He ain't finna allow whores to be made of his daughters. He ain't finna allow drug dealers to be made of his sons. Homosexuals to be made of his son. You know what I mean? They got men coming through there molesting the little girls, molesting the little boys. They have all kind of madness because they just sitting on the porch. Any dude walking past with something, you know, is welcome into that house. Because why? Read that again.
No man can enter into a strong man's house.
Keep going.
And spoil his goods.
To spoil his goods. No, if it was a man in that house who feared the Lord, these things wouldn't be happening. All right? Keep going.
Except he will first bind the strong man.
First, you must get that strong man up out of there. And that's what these movies, you know what I'm saying, and this attack that was put on us through. Like a lot of people didn't see that attack in that movie against the black man in that Black Panther movie.
Right.
All them sisters usurping authority over the man, got the man bowing down to this woman. You know what I'm saying? All the women, all his generals, who's stronger than everybody, is all women. You know what I mean? It was an attack, man, and we got to fight back against that. That is not how. That is a fantasy world. Wakanda does not exist.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You are not African, man. All right. Is that it on that? Keep going.
And then he will spoil his house.
And then you're gonna spoil his house. So she had to get that man up out of there because she wanted to fulfill the lust of her flesh. She wanted to sleep around. She wanted to be buzzed down with the whole hood. She wants to be on all the drugs that she can do. All right, with nobody telling her anything else. Go back to Ecclesiastes 26 and 25. All right. Ecclesiasticus 26 and 25. All right. You know what I'm saying? Because this is the type of woman that would do something like that, and this is what the Most High thinks of this type of woman. Go ahead.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 26, verse 25. A shameless woman shall be counted as a dog.
A shameless woman should be counted as a dog. That woman has no shame. A woman that will sit on her front porch, waving down passengers coming by, letting all type of men in and out of her house. You know what I'm saying? That's a woman who has no shame. And they'll tell you, that's one of their phrases, I ain't got no shame in my game. Things like that. You know what I'm saying? Walking around naked in the streets with, a lot of walking around naked in the street with spandex on. Those are undergarments. You butt naked, you might as well threw some black paint on and walked outside.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous, man. You wonder that because you don't have no shame. You don't got no shame in showing off your body to the whole world. You know what I'm saying? Got your chest all out. You know what I'm saying? Like it's ridiculous, man. Because they have no shame. And a shameless woman is what? Read that again.
A shameless woman shall be counted as a dog.
A shameless woman should be counted as a dog. And we all know what a female dog is, right?
Right.
Okay? So we get the point. You know what I'm saying? And we ain't simple around here. And thus says the Lord. The Lord called you that. So when you running around out there naked, you know what I'm saying, loud and clamorous, and the brother calls you a bitch, it was thus says the Lord. That's how you're acting.
That's right.
All right? That's how I'm talking. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of these sisters then kick these brothers out talking about, he ain't got no job. You know what I'm saying? He can't provide no money for me and all of these type of things. You know what I'm saying? Grab, real quick, drop that for 1 second. Grab Luke 9 and 58 real fast. All right? You know what I'm saying? They kicked them brother out the house because he can't provide for them. Because, he's not loved unconditionally. He's loved under the conditions that he can provide certain things and provide for this woman. And most of the time it's just financial things. It ain't the fact that he provides protection and love and affection and guidance. That's not enough providing for her. She needs the material things. All right, let's go.
Luke chapter 9, verse 58. And Yahushua said unto him, foxes have holes, and birds of the air have nests.
Foxes have holes. They got a place to stay. Birds have nests. They got a place to stay. Keep reading.
But the Son of Man has nowhere to lay his head.
But Christ ain't even have a crib. Christ was homeless, according to the scripture. So that's a man that this foolish woman wouldn't even want a man like Christ.
Right.
And like Christ wasn't the man. Christ was a homeless man. So what he's a bum? He's a nut. What they call him? A fuck boy. Right. You know what I'm saying? So like that's what Christ was. Christ didn't have a place to live, and this is Christ. You know what I'm saying? You are a simpleton, man. You know what I'm saying? And Christ will lead you to the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? But this, you would have turned your nose up at Christ, and Christ wouldn't have been welcome. You know what I'm saying? You would have walked past him and turned your nose up at him because he didn't have a nice car, a nice house for you. He didn't have a job. You would, you know what I mean? It's ridiculous, man. Grab Proverbs 14:1. All right. But we're gonna show you. But this is what, you know what I'm saying. If you are a wise sister, you know what I'm saying. This is what you would do. You know what I'm saying. A wise sister would do certain things differently than this. A wise sister ain't finna be sitting up at the head of her house, letting all type of man in and out of her house that can molest their daughters and her sons. All right, got her son. A lot of times, like I said, it was always that house in the hood. I don't know, coming up where it was a mama in there, and she had all these daughters and the son. The whole hood is running through the house, drugs, and they're sleeping with everybody in the house. And the son is getting into it with all the brothers in the hood because the mama then gave one of the brothers some money, and you know what I mean. And she did, and then he went off with his other woman out of mama man. Now she tell her son, now the son ready to kill his homeboy because his mama's a buzz down. You know what I mean? It's disgusting, man. But that's what when you read that scripture, that foolish, that Proverbs 9:13, and read it all the way down, that's what I saw. I saw that household that's in every neighborhood, man. Every hood, that household is there. All right. Let's get it.
Proverbs chapter 14, verse 1. Every wise woman buildeth her house.
A wise woman buildeth her house, man. That's what a wise woman gonna do. She gonna build it up. She ain't gonna kick that man out. She's gonna know that the man is necessary. Like I said, if the man wasn't necessary, you wouldn't have needed the man to create the child that you have. You would have been able to just have it by yourself.
Right.
Because a lot of times, you know, you'll catch a woman that says this, yeah, you know, I'm a single, independent woman. When the child becomes great, you know, they take all the credit. Oh yeah, it's because of me. He ain't had no dad around. But when the child ends up in prison, because his dad wasn't there. So you get all the praise when he does great, but it's not your fault when he ends up in prison. Then it's disgusting, man. And that's what always happens. You'll see them sisters, especially, you know, them basketball moms and brothers who in the NBA and football players' moms, they always say that, you know, his dad wasn't in his life and it's all because of me. But I ain't never seen one of them sisters on the flip side, a single mom, when a man is in prison and went to murder or drugs, say, you know, this is all my fault. You know what I'm saying? I was a single mom, and I kicked the man out the house, and you know what I mean? Go ahead.
You know, well, that's real deep because that's true. I've never, ever seen that in my life.
I've never seen
before,
it.
Because when I do watch, you know, like, you know, little TV shows and stuff like that, like, you know, LeBron James and everything like that, you know, like, I believe his grandmother gets more of the credit than anybody else that, you know, took care of him for a time. So that's real deep that you said that. That's very true. That's relevant.
Yeah, Most High Christ and his dad, and he, you know, he got this resentment like I never knew my dad. But if you look at the type of woman your mom is, like even when you became famous, she was smashing your homeboys on the basketball team. You know what I'm saying? So you can imagine how she was in the world. She was probably one of the women that had all type of men coming in. Now she didn't know who his dad was because the whole hood was probably smashing his mama. You know what I mean? Like who knows? Like I don't know, but I'm just saying if you get famous and rich and you're gonna go with the bum on the squad, he was like one of the worst players on the team. No, so like, but yeah, man. So it's ridiculous, man. Keep reading.
But the foolish plucketh it down with their hands.
But the foolish woman gonna tear that house down, man. The foolish woman's gonna put the man out. She's gonna say she's the independent woman. She got Section 8 now. She don't need you no more. You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't need you to pay no bills around here. I don't need anything. I'm just gonna be by myself, and when I get, you know, lonely or something, I'm gonna just go outside and pick up a stranger and risk it all. You know, risk AIDS and everything else that can come with just sleeping with random strangers. All right. Grab Matthew 6 and 19 real quick.
Come on.
Matthew 6 and 19. All right, because you know the man should be looked at as you know what I'm saying, like as a treasure. You know what I'm saying? The man that it should be looked at in high regard to the woman. But you know what they do? Go ahead. Let's let the scripture speak. Right. Go ahead.
Matthew chapter 6, verse 19. Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth.
Lay not up for these treasures on the earth. Read that again.
Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth.
Don't care about these things in this earth, man. These things are not treasures. You know what I'm saying? Don't care you worried about the nice car this brother got, the nice house this brother got. That's not the thing you should be worried about. Keep reading.
Where moth and rust doth corrupt.
Where moth and rust corrupts these things. All right? Keep going.
And where thieves break through and steal.
Right.
But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal.
Right, that's where your treasure should be. Keep going.
For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.
Where your treasure is, that's where your heart is. All right? If you looked at your man as a treasure, that's where your heart would be with him. Your mind would be with him. You know what I'm saying? And your household would be in order in the way that the Most High said that thing should be in order. Okay? Grab Isaiah 3, 13 and 12. Isaiah 13 and 12. And this is the scripture that shows you that the man should be looked at as that treasure. You're looking for diamonds and gold in the streets, diamonds and gold in material things. But you should be looking at that man as a treasure. Because that's where your heart should be. That should be your treasure. Okay? Go ahead. Look at what let's see what the scriptures say about a man. Go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 13, verse 12. I will make a man more precious than fine gold.
You will what?
Make a man more precious than fine gold.
A man will be more precious than fine gold, man. Than fine gold. That's the treasure you want. That gold. That man that fears the Most High. He's going to save your soul. He don't just care about this body. He's going to save your soul.
That's right.
A man that is more precious than gold. Keep going.
Even a man that the golden wedge of Ophir.
That was it though, man. So the man should be looked at as your treasure. All right? With that, this is the I.S.U.P.K. under Commanding General Yahanna out of 125th, Harlem, New York. You know what I mean? Get into these classes. We got classes every day, Monday through Sunday. Every day. Subscribe to I.S.U.P.K. Minneapolis. 6 to 8 every day. ISUPK.com to subscribe, man, and check out all the classes. Meditate on these scriptures and on this word day and night. That's why I.S.U.P.K. got classes day and night, all day, every day of the week. You know what I mean? You can check out these classes, man. Get in this truth. You know what I'm saying? Get your family out the condition that they in. All right? Shalom, I.S.U.P.K, SHALAM to all the brothers. Shalom, I.S.U.P.K, SHALAM to all the
Shalom, Israel. It's going down. It's that time again. Come join us at the 49th annual Passover.
Hey, Shalom, Israel. Y.A.H.U.P.K. That's Priest Captain Kadar Hart coming out of California telling all blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to be at the Lord's 49th annual Passover 2018. Yonkers, New York is going down.
Come join us March 30th at sundown.
All Israel is invited
For the 49th annual Feast of the Passover, brought to you by Commanding General Yahanna and the I.S.U.P.K. So you better not miss it. Shalom.